Relief is coming soon for commuters in Bridgetown. New facilities are to be constructed at 2 locations in the historic city. Word of this from Minister of Transport and Works Michael Lashley. He provided an update on the proposed terminal to be located at Cheapside.
The ministry is also at an advanced stage in pushing ahead with the work that will lead to the construction of a new bus terminal at Cheapside, St. Michael. The completion of this terminal will result in much improved surroundings for the commuters and operators of the public and private transport system in that area, and also the employees, because we have a vested interest in playing, of course, in providing better working conditions for employees in the private and also the public sector.
The Fairchild Street Market is also due to undergo some major work.
The concept design for the Fairchild Street Development Project has also been approved by Cabinet, and this leads the way for contractors to express their interest in participating in this project. So there will be a new bus terminal in a matter of months.
Barbadians today remembered the life and times of the island's first Prime Minister, father of independence and national hero, the Right Excellent Errol Walton Barrow. This holiday, which is set on his birthday, was started in 1989 to honor him and his work. Several activities took place across the island in his honor, among them a family fun day at the Barbados Workers' Union Labour College in St. Philip. Transport Minister Michael Lashley, in a tribute, credits Mr. Barrow for expanding the island's tourism industry and free education. He remembers the late Prime Minister as a dedicated supporter of the regional integrated movement, and he wants Barbadians to never forget why Barbados celebrates this public holiday.
It is hoped that especially the young ones at this fun day can better appreciate why our country is celebrating this day. And of course, and why you as a family don't have time to enjoy your fun day today at the Barbados Workers Union College. It is on occasions like these that we should pause for our busy daily schedules to celebrate the importance of families to our country.
Outgoing BWU General Secretary Sir Roy Trotman reminded Barbadians that they too, like the Dipper, can leave behind their footprints in the sand.
Each one of us, you and I, you still at school, me about to finish school. So we have our various roles, me as a coming school leaver, and you as a person about to enter into another level of school. We all have our role to play to make Barbados a better place, because succeeding generations need to draw succor, need to draw strength from those who go on before us.
Later this week, other activities are planned in honor of the late Prime Minister. These include the premiere of the 2014 lecture of the James Tudor Institute of Politics. That will be delivered by Prime Minister Fundle Stewart on Saturday at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Centre, and a memorial service on Sunday at the St. Luke's Anglican Church. Lawmen are probing a shooting incident in St. John. According to reports, at least 3 men were injured and taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital for treatment after a dispute between a man and a group of men. The incident reportedly occurred around 4:45 in front of the Church of Our Lady of the Rosary at Small Town in St. John. Lawmen say 1 man was shot in the chest, another in his left foot, and the 3rd bullet grazed the man's forehead. No arrests have been made as yet. A Guyanese national will have his day in court tomorrow after being held allegedly attempting to smuggle 39 pounds of cannabis into the island. 42-year-old Uche Blair of Buxton Village, East Coast Demerara, arrived by air from Guyana on Monday evening and was interviewed by drug squad personnel after clearing immigration at the Grantley Adams International Airport. He was then referred to customs, where a search of his luggage allegedly found the illegal drug in 26 packages. Blair faces 4 charges, possession of cannabis, possession with intent to supply, trafficking and importation. A special home for the elderly has opened a new wing as it seeks to continue providing for Barbados' aging population. Owner and manager of the D. Rose Senior Citizens Home, Rosine Pilgrim, recommitted herself to elder care during an official opening ceremony at the Charnock's Christchurch facility. The event was attended by several well-wishers, family, friends, and specially invited guests.
I was told that this property here at Charnock's was to be rented with an option to purchase. This is where my dream began. Although I could not see how I would be able to fulfill this dream, where would I get the money to purchase a building? And my dream was a purpose-built home for the elderly.
Ms. Pilgrim says the establishment of the home has been a blessing.
This afternoon, my intention for the Rose Senior Citizens Home is to provide quality care and accommodation equal to any hotel. I want to say thanks to Almighty God for all that He has done. This afternoon, I want to say thanks for all those who have been with me, who have helped me so ably.
Barbados' rum industry continues to pump millions of dollars into the economy annually as a major foreign exchange earner. This is according to Donville Innes, Minister of Industry, International Business, Commerce and Small Business Development. He made the remarks as he addressed the official prize-giving ceremony for mixologists who took part in the Master Mixer competition last year. The presentation took place at the BIDC's Bagnall Point Conference Room, where eventual winner Rohan Hackshaw and other finalists were lauded for their creativity and hard work.
Over the years, of course, the rum industry has evolved as our sugar industry has evolved, and today it is one of the main byproducts of our sugar industry, which is certainly earning this economy a tremendous amount. In 2012, Barbados would have earned about $65 million from the rum industry, and I believe up to the third quarter of 2013, we would have achieved a similar amount, which certainly means that this is perhaps the #1 export from Barbados.
Mr. Innes says while Barbados has been getting some challenges in trying to compete on a level playing field on the international market for its rum products, government has been lobbying to make it more fair.
In recent times, the USA, through their excise tax subsidies or the use of funds from excise tax charge on rum, which is now giving great support to the development of the rum industry in Puerto Rico and the USVI St. Croix in particular, have seen some further challenges to our rum industry here in Barbados. And we have certainly gone over there and lobbied for a more level playing field. As recent as last November, it would have been in the US Congress, engaging in discussions along the line of seeking to have that subsidy reduced.
Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair says the measures introduced back in 1991 by the then Prime Minister Erskine Sandiford, now Sir Lloyd, though harsh, did work for Barbados. He says Barbados did not implode nor disappear, but got better. According to Minister Sinclair, Sir Lloyd was vilified then, but is now being praised by some who criticized him.
In 1991, there wasn't a thing about Erskine Sandiford that they liked. They didn't like his mind, his head, his glasses, his clothes, his policies. Absolutely nothing about him they liked. And you reflect on these things because I hear them saying the same thing about Frontal Stewart, and they're saying the same things about me.
Mr. Sinclair is to go before Parliament soon to lay legislation for the creation of the Barbados Revenue Authority. That body will bring together agencies such as the Inland Revenue, Customs, the VAT Department, Land Tax, and the Licensing Department.
Come April 1st, God willing, the Barbados Revenue Authority will be established and launched, properly staffed, fully staffed, and with the appropriate systems as we go on. We had to do a similar exercise for the Supervisor of Insurance Office. We now have the Financial Services Commission. Remember, we had a lot of issues when it first started up. It is now fully functional.
There is major concern from a hotel chain about early childhood education opportunities in Barbados. Sandals Resort, through its philanthropic arm, the Sandals Foundation, asserts that it's especially important to invest in children when countries are faced with social and economic difficulties. And according to Sandals Regional Public Relations Manager Dominic Fiddy, the Sandals Foundation plans to work with the NGO Foundation for the Development of the Caribbean Child to educate more of the island's youth.
That critical age of the child's learning life from 0 to 3, that child will have a better chance, they will have more access to early childhood centers, they will have better programs in early childhood centers, and families that are poor will not be firewalled from the whole question of early childhood education simply because they can't afford it.
The Sandals Foundation has 26 adopted schools in the Caribbean and provides scholarships, computer equipment and books. Mr. Fiddy says it's a necessary investment.
In a lot of the islands that we are established, education is a very, very big problem. And so there's been a big push by the Sandals Foundation to invest in education, bringing education in a more modern way. We've built over 35 computer labs across the Caribbean, especially particularly in impoverished inner city communities in places like St. Lucia and also in Jamaica. So these are some of the things that Barbados can expect from the Sandals Foundation.
We take a quick look now at news from the region over in Castries. It appears that St. Lucia could soon have its first female opposition leader. That's because former University of the West Indies lecturer Dr. Gail Rigobert has been recommended to take over the position of opposition leader in the St. Lucia Parliament. This as the 50-year-old United Workers' Party, or UWP, moves to restructure itself ahead of the next general election constitutionally due in 2016. Once confirmed, Dr. Rigobert, a deputy political leader and the Member of Parliament for Mikoud North, will take over the position held by former Prime Minister Stephenson King, who had earlier indicated he had no intention of resigning in the wake of reports of infighting within the leadership of the party. UWP Chairman Ezekiel Joseph told reporters while the party's National Council had voted by a 50-4 margin to replace King, the final decision had been left in the hands of the parliamentary caucus that called for his removal on Monday. International news now. The Thai government has imposed a 60-day state of emergency in the capital Bangkok and the surrounding provinces from tomorrow that is, to cope with unrest. The decree gives the government wide-ranging powers to deal with disorder. Anti-government protesters have been blocking parts of the capital to try to force Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra to resign. They accuse the government of being run by exiled former leader Thaksin Shinawatra, the brother of the current Prime Minister. Ms. Yingluck has refused to resign and has called an election on February 2nd to pacify the protesters.